May's Brexit rallying call PM vows to defeat socialism in a.ttack on. Speaking at a Tory fundraising dinner, the Prime Minister vowed to use Brexit to raise our horizons beyond our near neighbours as she offered an upbeat message about Britain's future outside the EU. She also hit out at the increasingly left-leaning Labour Party, accusing Mr Corbyn of exploiting populist politics and warning that the government under his leadership would bankrupt Britain. Mrs May said, "Taking back control means leaving the single market and customs union, and constructing a completely new trading partnership with the EU, to protect and promote the interests of British businesses trading in Europe, and EU businesses trading here." She added she plans to forge a completely new alliance with our European partners to advance our interests around the world. She said, "We will raise our horizons beyond our near neighbors across the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans to nations far and wide to broaden and deepen our trade and security relationships across the world." The Prime Minister then turned her attention to the opposition, unleashing a vicious attack on the implications of Corbyn's plans for Britain. She said, "Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour Party are exploiting populist politics. And what do they offer? Massive renationalisation. Capital flight. A run on the pound. That all leads to a bankrupt Britain. That's why as Conservatives, we are on a renewed mission to fight and win the battle of ideas and to defeat socialism today as we have defeated it before." The news comes amid growing divisions within the Tory party about the nature of Britain's future relationship with the EU after Brexit, with a number of rebel MPs vowing to collaborate with the opposition in order to force Britain to stay in the customs union. Anna Soubry, who threatened to quit the party this week following rumours that Brexiteers Boris Johnson, Michael Gove and Jacob Rees-Mogg would be installed as leaders, has joined forces with Tory veteran Kenneth Clarke to table an amendment to the Taxation, Cross-Border Trade, Bill. If passed, the amendment would make it impossible for the government to leave the customs union unless it could show it had made every effort to keep Britain in. The amendment has been signed by more than 30 MPs, most of them Labour, amid growing rumours Corbyn's party may change its stance to leaving the customs union. The Labour leader has repeatedly quashed the idea of remaining in the single market, but growing pressure from his own MPs could force Corbyn to make another U-turn. Shadow Business Secretary Rebecca Long-Bailey said Labour would look to remain in a customs union with the EU on a permanent basis, adding, "I don't see how the Prime Minister can achieve the frictionless movement she desires without looking at the option of a form of customs union with the EU."